So I wanted to show you something that would be helpful for your home if you have an ejector pump, such as we have in the basement. We have a washing machine, and the central AC goes into basically like a garbage can that collects that water. It's underground, and you need a pump to pump it up to the sewage line. So if you need an ejector pump, it's very common for people to need it. In other words, any home where you have a basement that's where the sewer lines are above the basement, you need to pump the water upwards. I'm not sure if this is good if you're using, and I don't think it's for use where you're using it in case where you're below the water line and you're trying to keep the basement dry. But if you have something where you're pumping out, like from a toilet, a shower, and you need to pump it up, you need a good pump. So I was looking at it, and we had a Flotec one, but I was looking for a different, something a little different. The one we had actually was cast iron, very good. I spent about $400 or $500. It lasted about 9 years. I can't complain. And it's all cast iron, and we're going to have it replaced, but with a different pump. So that pump that we replaced, it had a 2-inch ejector. Basically, the pipe that connects to it is 2 inches. And I called a different company, which I'll show you, and I asked them about it, and they said it's for the pump, it's cycling too short. It should run for a longer period of time, and therefore you should have a pump with a 1.5 inch ejector. So in other words, the discharge is 1.5 inches, so it's going to run for a little longer. He said that's better for the pump, it'll last longer. So we'll see. So I'll show you what we got. Box opener. It's K98 bayonet. Okay. So we got this. Now, okay. So I don't really get excited by pumps, but this is kind of interesting. Can you see? So this is a Zoller. It's a cast iron pump, and the one I chose to get is, first of all, you call them on the phone. They're very nice. They'll explain everything to you, what you need. They'll go through it with you. I wanted one with a long warranty, just because I hate replacing these things. It costs money to replace it. Maybe I could do it myself, but it's just the type of thing. It's yucky. I'd rather have someone else do it. So I got this one, the M9. It's called the Model 95 or the M95. It's a submersible sump pump. It has a 5-year warranty, which is really what I wanted, is that 5-year warranty, because it'll last at least 5 years. Though the other one I had lasted 9 years, so I can't complain. So why would I switch brands if I was happy with the one I had? Well, I don't know, but I heard good things about the Zoller, so we'll go with that. So I need something to take out the staples. I also want to do is, I don't want to forget, when they come, I want to put in a vent hole. You have to drill a hole in the plastic pipe, drilling it upwards, so that when the water pumps up, a little bit escapes downwards. And it prevents airlock, which I'm not really sure what that means, but if you have problems, they said it's always because of airlock. So what's good about this one is it's very heavy duty, as we'll see. I hate these staples, man. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. So, this is why I got this one. This is Zoller. See it? It's really a thing of beauty. It's cast iron. It's very heavy. I don't really know what this plastic thing is, but maybe I should read instructions, which I hate to do, but whatever. Any event, so what's good about this one is it has this float. This float is plastic, which I'm surprised. I didn't know it would be plastic. Oh. Just a simple switch. So this all is sealed, and it's metal. The flotation is plastic. It's very solid plastic, but I guess it has to be plastic because otherwise it won't float. Got a little damage in shipping, but it's still sealed. So I think that should be fine. Actually, I don't think it matters because there's a hole on top. So that's how it works. The water goes up, it turns it on. It pumps, goes on, goes down, it shuts it off. Pretty simple. It's very heavy duty. It's all cast iron. And it's model number, it says PN 95-0001 M95-B. Oh, so it's half a horsepower, 115 volts, one phase, 10.5 amps. So that's, I guess, 1200 watts more or so. 0424X, 60 hertz. Okay, well, that's what this is. It has nice seals all over it, and it's heavy, so we'll just wait for the guy to come to put it in. And it comes with instructions. Basically, I don't think you have to remove these plastic pieces. They're probably there. It's probably just, I don't know. But it seems heavy duty, so I'm impressed. All right, so I'll wait for the guys to come tomorrow. All right, so just in preparing for it, even though I never read instructions, what it does show here is they want, this is the pump, it's in the pit. Turn off, turn on. They want a vent hole right there. See that? So the vent hole is basically just above this. So when you lift it up, it should be on the pipe about here, this level, and we're gonna drill it upward into that pipe. That's pretty low, so it'll still be in the air because the water will pump this out to about, the water pumps it when it gets up to there, and it'll always be in the air. It'll always have air. All right, I guess that's the idea. That's interesting. They want the hole below the basin cover, of course, and cleaned periodically. Honestly, I don't know who's cleaning it. Water stream will be visible from this hole during pump run period, so you should have water shooting out. I don't think it's going to get stuck. All right, we'll figure it out. All right, so the next step, what we're going to do is when they install it is, first of all, a couple of things. You should always have a water sensor. Now, I already have a video of a water sensor that I have that notifies me by Wi-Fi that, by a text message, that there's a leak, because these pumps can fail. So you need to have in that area, and I've spliced in 3 water sensors around the basement in different areas, like by the water heater and by the washing machine and also by the pump. So whenever there's a leak or the pump fails, it'll it'll send you an alarm because these pumps fail. So a few things I learned. One is you should always plug this into a GFCI outlet. Even though I hate GFCI outlets, I hate those damn outlets. But the good thing is, as they start to fail, they're going to blow that GFCI outlet. They're not going to blow your circuit, your fuse box. It's going to blow the outlet. Basically, typically, every once in a while, like you'll see after like, let's say if it was after like 8 years, it blew once. I put it on, it lasted for like, worked for 6 months, then it blew again, and then you reset it, and then it worked for, then it got worse, and it started to trip like every other day. Like, so then you got to replace it. But so that's how this should be installed. Okay, because that's what happens. The motors start to fail, the GFCI is going to sense that, and it's going to trigger a shutdown. Okay, so that's what we're going to do next. So I did think we should take one other look at it. We're getting ready for the guys to come. Plug it in. Oh, look at that. So when you plug it in, it lights up, which is awesome. Because if there's a problem with your GFCI outlet, it's not going to be lit up. So that's an indicator that you have power to it, which is actually a brilliant idea. So I just thought we'd take a quick look here. See, I don't know what this handle is. It doesn't seem to do much. You could grab it, but why do you need that for if you have this handle? I'm not sure. Also, doesn't say what these white plastic pieces are, but I think it just seals in. Maybe they oiled it that way and then they close it. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Okay, let's see what happens. It's running dry, so let's not run it too long. Oh. That's all it is. Stuff flew out. So when as the water fills up, it lifts it up and it clicks. Power goes on, drains down, and that's that. Okay. Guess the only thing left to do is to finish the installation. So I did want to give you an update on the pump. What happened is I was at work and the plumber was able to come, so he installed it when I wasn't here. So I didn't get a video of that, but that's pretty straightforward. But I did get to see the old pump, which I wanted to show you. This is a Flotec. It's the E75 STVT-01. It's also a cast iron pump. This is what it looks like. It's been in use for 9 years, so I really can't complain at all. Just to give you a shot at that. And this one had, it's so dirty I can't show you. It was like 2 wires came out of it. One, it was plugged into the other, which was plugged into the outlet. And that's because it has a float that's external. You hear that? There's like a switch inside. I guess as it floats, yeah. As it floats, like a ball falls down and makes an electrical connection. I prefer the one with the switch on the new pump, but I can't complain about this because this thing lasted 9 years. So, oh, it's covered in sludge. It's really, it's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. But it did last, and it did provide good service. And just so you get a sense of, how the different switches operate. I wonder what all the sludge is from. It's just from just really from a washing machine and an AC unit, the blower. So the problem was it just kept blowing the fuse. Probably the pump was going bad, and the GFCI was picking that up. But well, that's what it is, and I hope it helps you. I think you can't go wrong with either pump, but I think I would give the nod to the new one, which I have the box here. Maybe you just want to see the box so you can order it. This is what it looks like. Okay, so best of luck to you guys. I really appreciate you, and I hope this helps.